Hi students, this is Karthik Trivedi and you are watching a lecture series of Applied Thermodynamics with... We're going to take another example of indicating power. So example statement is on your screen. So pause the video, read whole the example, okay, or note it down in your notebook. So example is, following observations were recorded from a test on a single cylinder 4-stroke oil engine. The data is cylinder bore equal to 150 mm, engine stroke 250 mm, engine speed 420 rpm, not ROM but rpm. Braking torque, you have 217 Newton meter. Fuel consumption 2.95 kg per hour. Calorific value of fuel 44,000 kilojoule per kg. Cooling water flow rate 0.068 kg per second. Cooling water temperature is 45 Kelvin. Specific capacity of cooling water 44.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Mean effective pressure 7.5 bar. Calculate mechanical efficiency. B. Brake thermal efficiency. C. Specific fuel consumption. And D. Draw heat balance it. So here we have to draw heat balance it, and I am going to take all the data in terms of kilowatt. Okay, so first what we gonna do? So in this kind of thing where you have to draw heat balance sheet on basis of indicating power and all that. So first let us find the indicating power. So formula of indicating power is mean effective pressure plan XC upon 60,000 kilowatt. PM is mean effective pressure, L is length of stroke, A is area, and RPM, X means watt. So if it is 4-stroke engine, then you have to take a value of X equal to 1/2 for 4-stroke. If it is 2-stroke, then you have to take value of X equal to 1. So here in this example we have 4-stroke engine, so here we gonna take X equal to 1/2. So that is why here do is over here 1/2. So there is why 2 over here. So here we will take X equal to 1/2. C is number of cylinder. So here in the first line of the statement, the following observation were recorded from a test on a single cylinder engine. So C means number of cylinders. So we have here no single cylinder. So number of cylinder is equal to 1. So that is why 1 is multiplied over here. Okay, so this is the equations in terms of kilowatt, which is plan XC upon 60,000 kilowatt. Okay, so here let us see the mean effective pressure, which is given over here in the statement. How much? 7.5 bar. So here I will write 7.5 bar. Always remember, if the value is bar, you have to multiply by 10 raised to 5 to convert into Newton per meter square. So 7.5 multiply by 10 raised to 5. So I have to convert bar into Newton per meter square. That is why 10 raised to 5 multiply by length of the stroke. So here you can see that engine stroke is given 250 mm. So you have to write it down in meter. So 250 means 0.25 meter. 250 mm means 0.25 meter. Then the area we know that pi by 4 d square. D means bore diameter. So bore diameter is given. Engine cylinder bore 150 mm. So 0.15. So pi by 4 diameter is 0.15 square. Okay. Then you have N is RPM. So RPM is given, which is 420. So here I will write 420. Now X, I already told you what is X. So if it is 4-stroke engine, X will be 1/2. So that is why 2 over here. Okay. And if it is 2-stroke, then it will be 1. But here we have 4-stroke, so we will take X equal to 1/2. Now last C is number of cylinders. So we have one single cylinder engine. So here we will write C equal to 1 and it's divided by 60,000. So now do the calculation and you will find your answer. So here I will take all the answer in terms of kilowatt. So 11.6 kilowatt. Now we will find brake power. So we know that brake power is equal to what? 2 pi nt upon 60. So 2 pi, RPM is 420. Braking torque is given. How much braking torque is given? 217 Newton meter in example. So 217 divided by 60. So this will be 9.544 kilowatt. Okay. Now we have to find mechanical efficiency. So what is mechanical efficiency? Brake power upon indicating power. So we have brake power 9.544. And what is indicating power? 11.6. So 9.554 divided by 11.6 multiply by 100. So it will be 82.27%. Now we have to find brake thermal efficiency. So what is brake thermal efficiency? Is equal to brake power upon fuel supplied. So mass of fuel multiply by calorific value. So what I am going to do? I am going to take brake power and this value both in watt. Okay, because we know that efficiency is unitless quantity. So brake power. So we know that it is 9.544 kilowatt. So I will convert it into the watt. So it will be 9544 watt. Okay. So here and here both I am going to take watt value. Now mass of fuel. So they have given mass of fuel used is 2.95 kg per hour. And if I want this value in terms of watt, so what I will do? I will divide it by 3600, so it will convert into kg per second. So that why I divided 3600, so kg per second. Calorific value 44,000. Okay, so this will be what? This will be kilowatt, but we want answer in what? So multiply by 10 raised to 3. So that is why here 10 raised to 3 over here, because you know that this is mass flow rate in kg per second, calorific value kilojoule per kg. So kg gone, kilojoule per second, so this is kilowatt, but I will multiply by 10 raised to 3, so it will be a watt. Why? You know what? Because here I take what? Here I take what? Or you can do, what you can do, you will directly take kilowatt value, and here also you have to put kilowatt value. Whatever you want to do, you can do it on both the way. So here you will find braking thermal efficiency, which is 26.5%. Now I will find basic specific fuel consumption, which is equal to mass of fuel upon braking power. So mass of fuel is given 2.95 kg per hour, and brake power that we have find is 9.54 kilowatt. So I will write over here, do the calculation, your answer is 0.309 kg per kilowatt hour. Okay. Now we have to do, last we have to make the heat balance sheet. So we know that first thing, for a heat balance sheet we require heat supplied. So we know that heat supplied is equal to what? Mass of fuel into calorific value. So we know that mass of fuel is given 2.95 kg per hour. So I will convert it into the second. So divided by 3600, so kg per second. Calorific value is given 44,000. So this will be in kilowatt. So 36.055 kilowatt. So let us find out this spending. So first we will find out the heat loss by cooling water. So heat loss by cooling water is not that mass flow rate of cooling water, specific heat of water, water outlet minus water inlet. So here you can see that in example, they have given the cooling water flow rate is equal to 0.068, and that is directly given in kg per second. So no need to convert. Cp of water is given in the statement, which is 4.18, and this is temperature difference. So that is given. So the temperature here is given, cooling water temperature rise is 45. So this delta T is given, which is 45. So this will be 12.79 kilowatt. Now we have to find the heat due to the exhaust gases, but here no data is given for the exhaust gases. So that means we do not have to find that, or else you can find that here no air fuel ratio is given. He has talked about nothing about exhaust gas. So we do not find the heat loss due to the exhaust gas over here. Okay, so that is why we keep in mind, because some student will tell me, sir, why you have not find exhaust gases? Because that data is not given. So that is why in this kind of some very indicating power is there, you don't have to find the exhaust gases. Okay, so you can take it that way, or you can use your mind and see if the anything related to exhaust gases is given or not. Data is not given, so we will not find it. Okay, so now next thing we will find is unaccounted heat loss, which is heat supplied minus brake power, heat converted into brake power, plus cooling water losses. So we know that heat supplied is how much? We have find here 36.055 minus brake power. We have already find brake power, which is 9.544, plus unaccounted first cooling water losses, or 12.79. So whatever will be the unaccounted heat loss, which is 13.721. So now you know that how to make heat balance sheet. So first you will have heat supplied, the 100%, then heat distributed, so braking power, cooling water, and unaccounted. So do summation of these three, this and this equal, and also find the percentage of these three, and this summation should be 100%, this and this equal. So this is how you can cross check. So now we're gonna see one of the example of Morse test. So it is also important from the GTU point of view. So let us see one of the example of Morse test. Okay, another variety Morse test example. Okay, so before you will start this video, it is before you will start this understanding this example, it is very necessary that you must know the Morse test theory. So first go to the Morse test theory and then come over here, so you will understand the concept. Okay, so the statement is on your screen. Pause the video, read whole statement, and then understand. Then start watching this video for understanding. Okay, so statement is, in a Morse test with 4-cylinder 4-stroke petrol engine, the following data were obtained for a particular setting and speed. Brake power with all cylinder working 32 kilowatt, brake power with 1-cylinder cutoff 21.6 kilowatt, brake power with 2-cylinder cutoff 22.3 kilowatt, brake power with 3-cylinder cutoff 22.5 kilowatt, brake power with 4-cylinder cutoff 23 kilowatt. Estimate the indicated power of the engine. That means you have to find the IP and its mechanical efficiency, so NMAC. Okay, so now we know that in most tests, we have find this formula that indicating power 1, when 4 cylinder is there, for 4 cylinder we know that indicating power 1 is equal to BP minus BP1, indicating power 2 is equal to BP minus BP2, indicating power 3 is BP minus BP3, and if indicating power 4, BP minus BP4. If 3 cylinder is there, then we will write up to over here. If 4, then we will write up to here. If it is 5, then we will write IP5 equal to BP minus BP5. So what is BP? BP means when all cylinders are working, at that time breaking power is. What is BP1? When 1 cylinder cut off, at that time breaking power is. BP2 means when 2 cylinder cut off, breaking power. BP3 means when 3 cylinder cut off, breaking power. BP4 means when 4 cylinder cut off, breaking power. So we have this formula from the most test. So we have already derived this formula for the most test. So let us write IP1 equal to BP minus BP1. So BP is means when all cylinders are working. So you know that when all cylinders working, breaking power is 32 kilowatt. And BP1 means when 1 cylinder cut off. So break power with 1 cylinder cut off is 21.6. So I will write over here. So it is 10.4 kilowatt. Same IP2 BP minus BP2 when all cylinder working 32, and BP2 means when 2 cylinder cut off. So it will be 22.3. So 9.7 kilowatt. IP3 equal to BP minus BP3. So you know that BP means all cylinder working 32 kilowatt. BP3 means when 3 cylinder cut off. So at that time 22.5. So 32 minus 22.5, it will be 9.5 kilowatt. IP4 BP minus BP4. So when the all cylinder working, BP is 32. BP4 means when 4 cylinder cut off. So it will be 23. So 32 minus 23 is 9 kilowatt. So you know that total indicated power will be indicated power of 1 because 4 engine. So this is first engine indicated power, this is second power engine indicated power, this is second cylinder, this is third, this is fourth. Okay, so 4 cylinders, so total of 4, summation of 4. So indicating power, total indicating power is IP1. So indicating power developed in first cylinder. IP2 means indicating power developed in second, indicated power developed in 3, and indicated power developed in 4. So because we have 4 cylinders, so we will find out the summation of 4. So total indicating power will be IP1 plus IP2 plus IP3 plus IP4. So summation of these 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So summation of these 4, that will be 38.6 kilowatt. So now mechanical efficiency, you know that Nmax equal to BP upon IP multiplied by 100. BP means when all cylinder working, we know that the value is 32, and also total indicating power is 38.6 multiplied by 100, so it is 82.9%. It is very easy, just apply the formula. It is very example. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to solve all the previous year GTU solved example from books India of heat balance sheet and most tests. If you have any doubt, you can contact me via WhatsApp, or you just write it down your query in comment section. So I hope you will like this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.